Hey everybody, Austin here again with another Let's Play video. Today it's going to be Doom, the infamous Sega 32X version of Doom. And I say infamous because this game gets knocked quite a bit these days. A lot of people don't like this version. And I actually went through this entire game on stream last week, and I had a ton of fun with it. I think it's a really solid version of Doom. Granted, it is gimped. You've got a lot less levels than you do in other versions of Doom. The screen size is shrunken down a little bit. However, the game still plays well. There are some other cutbacks, but I don't really notice a lot of them too much, like enemies always facing you. You cannot see the sides of any enemies in this game, but with me, I play so fast, I would never see the sides of enemies anyway, so that's another issue this game has. But aside from that, it plays well, it's fun. It runs at a good frame rate, it has music, unlike the Atari Jaguar version, and it feels like Doom. Uses a lot of the same sound effects and so forth, and it's fun. So we're going to go ahead and start from level 1, work our way up, and yeah. We'll just kind of go from there. We're going to play on Ultra Violence. Nightmare is just really too difficult, in my opinion. It's not even worth bothering with. In Nightmare mode, what will happen is you'll find yourself dying and not being able to recover, because Nightmare mode is that tough. And when you die in this game, you lose all your weapons when you restart the stage. So later on in the game, on Nightmare mode, if you die, you're pretty much screwed. There's no recovering. You'll have to start from the beginning, or start from an earlier stage where you can at least reacquire some weapons and some decent ammo and health and stuff like that. So we're going to go ahead and just play through the whole game. There's about 15 stages. There's also a secret stage. And if you run through all the levels from start to finish without skipping ahead, I believe you actually get a 17th stage as well. So you've got 15 stages plus a bonus stage, making for 16. And then if you go through the game all the way through, start to finish, you get the 17th stage. I believe that's how it works. So if I'm wrong, please correct me below. We're going to actually skip the bonus stage on this playthrough as well. It's not a level I'm really a big fan of. It just adds extra time to this video. And then there's also a good risk of me dying on the bonus stage, particularly towards the end where you're forced to run across, basically, you're forced to jump into an acid pit, take damage, and go up this elevator where an imp is just clawing away at you. And when I streamed the game, I actually died there once and had to do the whole level again. And of course, starting the level off without any weapons or anything like that. So one thing I find really interesting about this version is that it actually plays better than the Atari Jaguar version. When I was streaming this the other night, I went and streamed the Jaguar version immediately after this, because I was still in a Doom mood, and I wanted to show people what the Jaguar version was like compared to this one. And while the Jaguar version clearly looks better, it's full screen, it's got, you know, it might even be running at a higher resolution. The 32X version is more responsive, it's faster. It feels more like PC Doom in controls. Like, you can see how quickly I'm running around, right? In Jaguar Doom, I have to take it way slower. The controls just aren't nearly as responsive. I mean, they are still responsive, just everything isn't as brisk as it is in this version. So, like, this version of Doom gets knocked pretty heavily, but it's a really solid version of Doom, I think, and it's a lot of fun. Like, I'm having fun right now just playing it again for you guys. Second time in 1 week, actually, because I did stream it again. So the great thing about 32X Doom is that it's not an expensive game. I know this is starting to sound like a sales pitch, I'm sure, but when I do talk about these games on my YouTube channel, I do like to kind of go into the current values and price trends and stuff like that for people that are actually, you know, interested in picking up these games that I do stream. And the great thing about Doom on the 32X is that it's a really, really cheap game. Like, you know, it's got issues compared to other versions, but when you look at the price, you kind of just forget about all those issues. It's like a $5 game. Like, if you have a 32X and you want a good game on your 32X, Doom is a good 32X game, despite its shortcomings compared to other versions. And if you see it in the wild cartridge only, it'll literally only cost you like $5. It's a really, really cheap game. Even in 2015, as I'm recording this, Doom is one of those 32X games that has not gone up in price, really. And even a complete in-box copy is still pretty cheap. Here's a secret here. I'm gonna get the chainsaw up top. Another secret right here. And, yeah, so if you're a physical cart collector and whatnot, I mean, you really can't go wrong with this version of Doom. For the price and the amount of enjoyment you can get out of it, like I said, it plays brisk. It's very nice, I think. I like it a lot. And God, it's so much smoother than the Jaguar version in terms of the controls. Like, I can just really run around fast in this version. In the Jaguar version, I have to, like, inch around every corner really slowly. Oops. Pressing Z will actually bring up your auto map. So this is a game you do want to play with a 6-button controller to get the most out of. If you don't, I'm not sure if there's a way to access like your auto map and stuff like that. I actually haven't played this game with the 3-button controller, now that I think about it. I think I've always played this with the 6-button pad. Because you know, by the time I got into the Genesis back in the day, 6-button controllers were pretty much the norm. So pretty much every game I've ever played on a Genesis has, you know, usually been with the 6-button controller. And games like this, I've always just played with the 6-button controller, even when I had, or still have actually, just stock 3-button Genesis controllers. So one thing you'll notice in this game, you can almost like power slide around corners, and that's just one of the things you've always been able to do in the Doom engine, which I really like. There's a little bit of inertia when you run and you stop, and you can actually make your way around corners really quickly. And I missed a secret, but I'm not going to worry about it because it's not really that important. And get these. I'm probably going to miss quite a few secrets later on in the game. Despite Doom actually being one of my favorite games of all time, I actually don't know where all the secrets are in Doom, despite how much I've played different incarnations of Doom over the years. Doom is probably my most played video game of all time, like no joke. And but even that said, I've never found every secret. I never really went through and tried to find every secret. Never really found the desire to. Although now that I think about it, I should probably buckle down and actually try to do that. That would be cool to find every single secret in the game. I'm sure there's a lot of stuff out there I still haven't seen or witnessed with this game. And I think that, like, Doom is just such a great game. And I think just that even speaks for itself. Quite loudly, just the fact that, you know, my favorite game of all time, I've spent so many hours with it, and I still spend so many hours with it, and I haven't found everything there is to find in the game yet, all these years later. But it's like, but that stuff is still out there if I want to find it, and I can't really say the same for a lot of games I grew up with. Doom is just, it's such a game, such a lot of content within this game, and it's lots of goodies to find and stuff like that. It's such a classic. So we're in level 3, and this was the level that was playing in the demo when we first booted up the cart. And this is actually where you access the bonus stage. In PC Doom, there's a bonus stage for each episode. So 4 episodes technically. When the game first came out, it was only 3 episodes. But there is a secret level in every episode on PC Doom. 32X Doom is a different story, because it only features about half the stages from the PC original. They only included the 1 bonus stage. And then, again, if you go straight through the game all the way, you do get another stage, but I don't remember what that level is exactly. I'll have to... If we get to it, I'll have to see if it's a new stage or not. I do know that in other versions of Doom, they did actually make... id Software created a brand new level just for the home versions, basically. And that new level was actually featured in the Jaguar version. It's in the PlayStation and Saturn versions. It's also in the 3DO version. The horrible, horrible 3DO version. And I think that might actually be the last final stage in this game, is that new level they created. I'm not sure, though. I could be completely wrong. So this is going to open up now. And this is where you get your, I believe, your yellow key. And of course, I'll point out where you access the secret stage from. I'll even go to it, but I won't actually flip the switch, because I don't want to go to that level. Like I said, it's just going to add another 5 or 10 minutes to this video. And it's just not necessary. I will get these secrets, though, because there is going to be a rocket launcher in here. And it never hurts to have the rocket launcher. So you can hear these elevator sounds in the background. And... there's actually an invisible, like, tripwire, basically. So it trips about here, and these open. And this will give you the... is it the Soul Sphere or the Mega Health? I don't remember. I always forget the name of these power-ups. Yeah, it doesn't actually tell me what it is. In the PC version, it does. So, and once you trip this, it brings another wall down over here, and this is where you get your rocket launcher. With some enemies, of course. Just be careful, switch the rocket launcher away always, because you might accidentally shoot a rocket out and blow yourself up. At this point, with the amount of health I have, I probably wouldn't kill myself in one hit with a rocket to the wall right next to me, but it would take away a lot of health and a lot of armor, so that's just something I don't want to lose. Because again, this is the console version, or a console version of the game, and as such, you know, you get punished if you die. There's no quick saving or quick loading in this version, so you have to be a little more careful when you play it. So basically, this is where your secret level would be. But we're not going to go there. We're just going to go ahead and come back and go the normal way. The normal way is actually good as well, because even if you access the secret level, you do want to come back here. There's a couple more secrets here with lots of health and armor and stuff like that. And of course more baddies to kill, which is always fun. Had a feeling there was a guy to the left of me. So there's going to be a secret right here, and this is the secret I was talking about for just extra armor and stuff like that. Box of rockets, some shotgun shells. Ammunition is pretty healthy at this part of the game. So you notice I've got pretty much full shotgun shells. I'm maxed out on that. But you got another Soul Sphere or Mega Health, I don't remember what it is, and then 200 armor, the blue armor. And now we can go ahead and exit. On the secret exit, there's actually an elevator, which will take me to where an imp was in that open area, and there's going to be a box of rockets up there. But I just skipped it. So entering level 4. Secret right here. Don't really need it. But I will take that backpack, because that will give me some rockets. The backpack gives you a little bit of ammunition for every weapon in your arsenal. One thing about the 32X version of Doom is that the enemies are actually a lot less aggressive. Even on Ultra Violence, which is the second hardest skill mode, the enemies are a lot less aggressive. And enemies with projectiles, they don't shoot as many projectiles at you, and they don't shoot as quickly either. Although the cacodemons you encounter later on in the game, they do become more difficult, and they do start shooting a lot faster. But even your general grunts and guys like that, usually they're not, you know, as long as you're shooting quickly and accurately, you should be able to take them down pretty well, pretty quickly, without really, like, look at that, I just took out 3 guys and didn't even get hit once, even though I was wide out in the open. So, I'm kind of running out of things to talk about, except for right here. There's actually an enemy stuck in this wall. And if you do it right, you can actually hear them die, which is kind of funny. That's also in the Jaguar version, that bug. But yeah, I wanted to actually take a moment, though, to give a big shout out to a fellow YouTuber and friend, Ronnie Webster. You might see him posting comments on many of my videos, actually. And Ronnie actually came up from Richmond, Virginia a couple weeks back to visit, and he did a live Twitch stream with me and everything, which was fun. He dropped me a few games, I guess as a birthday present or so, something like that. And this cartridge of Doom was actually one of those. So this Let's Play has actually been courtesy of Ronnie Webster. Without that donation, I wouldn't be doing this video right now. Because I primarily use flashcards these days, and I did not actually have Doom loaded on my flashcard, so I can use this actual cartridge now to do this Let's Play. So Ronnie, if you're watching, thanks buddy. Really appreciate it, dude. And yeah, big shout out to you, man. So there's a lot of stuff I missed on this level, but I'm just going to go ahead and skip it. I'm just going to go ahead and go to the end because, again, just trying to make my way through this game as quickly as possible. Yeah, lots of stuff I missed. There was actually a good secret I probably should have gone for. I think it would have had like a mega health, possibly some more blue armor. Not that the armor is really a big deal right now because I still have 200 of it, which means I must not have gotten hit pretty much at all in that last stage. Going to be a secret right here. If you start this level off, say you die or something like that, it's really good to know where some of these secrets are, because that'll be a way for you to get basically get a fighting chance against these guys. Because while I said the enemies are sort of dumbed down compared to other versions, well, not really dumbed down, they're just not nearly as aggressive as they are in other versions. If you die, they're still tough. Like, when you're just running around with the pistol, I mean, it's like, good luck. So, you know, it's really good to know where these secrets are. Here's another one right here. Another rocket launcher, blue armor, health packs, and whatnot. There's a couple levels later on in the game where you've got secrets literally right at the very beginning of a level. So when you do die, you can pick up a shotgun right away with some shells. And I'll definitely point out that secret once we get to it. Now, one thing I do when I play this game is I sort of play it, you know, with two mindsets or two styles in mind. One is when I'm just running around, I'm always holding A. A is your run button in this game. So if you notice, I can go really fast when I get up close to enemies or just move around the general map. When I'm fighting enemies, I stop running though. I take my hand off the A button and I just play slowly. That actually allows me to aim with a lot more accuracy, because when you're holding A, it is a little bit harder to aim. You notice you turn a lot faster when you're holding down A. I'm holding down A right now. And when you don't, you notice you turn a lot slower, so you can make more accurate, you know, tweaks on your aim. So I think there are going to be some enemies right here. Ooh, yeah, they're there, alright. See, Doom's engine is kind of weird. If you have, say, rockets, and you shoot the wall, it'll actually register the hit on the top of the platform. It's just a quirk of the engine. And so when I come through here now, there shouldn't be any enemies. See? Dead. Because I shot him below with rockets, apparently. And there's going to be this blue armor here. Oops. I'm not gonna worry about it. It's not a big deal. I don't really care that much. There's gonna be a secret up top here, but I'm not gonna worry about it. I'm just gonna come straight through here, continue on through the stage. Frame rate starts to get a little more sluggish as the game goes on, because you have a lot more enemies here and there. You got bigger rooms with, well, just a lot more enemies coming out at you. At certain situations anyways. There's still a lot of small corridors in Doom, and at pretty much all points of Doom. But you do start experiencing bigger rooms with more enemies in them, and thus a little more slowdown. The game still manages to keep a solid pace, though, frame rate wise, even, you know, when things get very hectic. So, again, as I mentioned early on in the video, I think this is a very, very playable version of Doom that, I won't say it gets unfairly bashed, but I think a lot of its issues are sort of overblown, and it's still a really fun game, no matter how you look at it. So in here, in the PC version, there would actually be some goggles here, which would make the room brighter. You notice you got the lighting effects, the room fading in and out. In the PC version, this room is actually like almost pitch black all the time. Whereas the console version, you can actually kind of see where you're going. So they actually don't have the goggles item in this game. They took it out of the console version, or the 32X and Jaguar versions. I don't remember if that item is in the PlayStation version or not. It's been a while since, actually, it hasn't been that long since I played that game. I did a long play on that, I think, within the last year or so. And I even did a side-by-side long play of both the PlayStation and the Saturn versions, having them both run side-by-side for the entirety of both of those games. So if you guys would like to check that out, just search for Doom on my channel, and you'll find it. Or just check out my long plays playlist on YouTube here, and you can see that video. A little bit of self-spam and self-promotion, I guess. I do have long plays of a lot of other Doom games as well, including actually the 32X version. 32X Doom was actually one of the first long plays I ever did back in 2010 or 2011 or so. And then I've also done the Super Nintendo version of Doom, Saturn version of Doom, PlayStation Doom. I've done some Let's Plays on the PC Doom. I've done a Let's Play on the Jaguar version of Doom, or at least the first 9 levels or so. And that was actually with Ronnie Webster, who donated me this cartridge. He's a major Doom fan as well, and actually far more knowledgeable about Doom than I am. I more or less just play the game, but he really discovers the nitty-gritty about the game, you know, developer stories and stuff like that. I'm trying to think, did I do any other Doom videos? Did a Brutal Doom casual look at, which is a casual review. I guess that's it. I need to actually go back and do 3DO Doom. It's such a terrible version of Doom. It's horrendous. It's bad. It's really, really bad. Looks good, sounds good, runs like at 2 frames a second. It is really, really bad. That and the controls are extremely laggy in that version, which makes it even worse to play. So, people that don't like the 32X version should really check out the 3DO one, because they might think otherwise. Yeah, 3DO Doom is really, really atrocious, which is it's so sad, because the 3DO is good hardware. Like, it totally could have done Doom. You know, if your Jaguar was doing Doom, if your 32X was doing Doom, your 3DO definitely could have done Doom. And, that version is just absolutely shameful. Shouldn't have ever been released. But that's not id Software's fault. That's, you know, whoever they licensed it out to. Logicware and Art Data. So I'd say we are making pretty decent progress, though. We've already gone through several stages. So again, I'm just taking things really slow here. You know, I've let go of the run button just to get really good aim on these guys. Pinky Demons usually take about 3 hits with the shotgun. When you kill enemies with the shotgun, though, what I notice what happens is that your bullet spread will continue going through enemies that you've already killed. So say if I shoot an imp, kill him in 1 hit, some of that bullet spread might actually continue to go past him and hit the enemy behind him. And so when I kill, say, Pinky Demons, some of those bullets might continue going through the Pinky Demons and start doing damage on the Pinky Demon behind that Pinky Demon I just killed. And so the Pinky Demon that was behind the Pinky Demon I just killed will actually take less hits to kill because of that. And you can actually sort of hear it. You can hear it happening, because say there's a Pinky Demon and I kill him, and then there's an imp right behind him, right? You'll actually hear the imp scream after the Pinky Demon dies, which is basically indication that, you know, some of your bullets hit that imp after giving that final blow to the Pinky Demon that was in front of him. So that's one of the neat things about the gunplay in Doom. That's one of the things that makes Doom feel so good, even all these years later. And I think that's actually one detail that's really been left out of a lot of other FPSs, which is a shame. And again, it's just one thing that really allows Doom to stand the test of time and still feel good all these years later. Oops. Alright, so this yellow door actually leads you down towards the beginning. So we don't really need to go down here. This is just sort of another way to get back to the start if you want. But we have no real need to do that. Where we need to go is back down here. There we go. This door opens. You can also get a radioactive suit behind one of these pillars, but I'm not going to really worry about that. I don't really have a need for it. I don't think there's any other part in the level after this that has, you know, an acid pit or something like that. So right here, once you walk your way into the switch area, it's going to open up pretty much all sides of this room. This is where a lot of enemies start coming out. And so what I like to do here is sort of turn around and then back up and start firing right away. Don't even bother with the switch, just kill the enemies first, focus on them. And I actually had a lot of those pinky demons shielding me from the imp's fireballs, which was pretty funny. I actually should have taken a lot of damage there, but... Alright, now when I flip this switch, this wall over here is going to open. Oh, okay. These open back up. So, flip the switch. And that's it. On to level 7. We're about halfway through the game, guys. Right, so I need to take it a little more careful now, because I am definitely losing some health. I was down to 60-something%, but I did get that health pack, which was good. And my armor's a little low compared to what it usually was. Try to take out some of these shotgun soldiers from this window. Got him. So, I'm not going to worry about this elevator. This is actually kind of risky right here. You go up and you've got guys surrounding you. It's just not really worth it. I don't think there was anything up there that's extremely important. This wall here is going to eventually open up. Right now you can't open it, but you do flip something or trigger a switch and that opens up later on. This blue door is actually towards going to your exit. This door is going to open up as well eventually, but right now, you know, it doesn't open right now. It's sort of open on your way back down this way. So, another thing you can do here is use your rocket. Bunch of enemies up top there. Sort of using the pillar trick of, yep, all those guys are dead. So I'm gonna go ahead and come down this way. Get the radioactive suit. Flip this switch. Get some health. $200 armor. And we're gonna get a some health as well. There we go. And just make our way back in here. So now I need to go back, find the yellow door again, go back to where I was. It's always a great secret to get, because look, now I've got 200 health and 200 armor, so I'm feeling a little bit better about my safety and survival chances. Because again, I'm not trying to die. Alright, so red key. We can go back to the beginning, find the red door, and that's going to give us our blue key. Of course, now that we go back, these walls are going to start opening up, giving us some more enemies to shoot. I'm just going to skip this area. I think it's completely unnecessary. There are some parts in Doom that you don't actually have to go to in order to complete the level. So I'm not trying to really give you guys, you know, a door-by-door tour of every level. I'm really just trying to beat the game. Not as quickly as possible, but I would like to make it relatively brisk overall. I think there was another door that was open there, and I just skipped right by some enemies. We will get this secret, though. Again, that door opened up, and we can go get this health. We actually don't need the health. We're already at 100% health. Or 200% health, sorry. You can't actually go any higher than 200%. 200 is the max. But what you can do is try to kill some of these enemies up in this window. And then over here there's a bunch of enemies too, so it's good to come out here and kill these dudes, otherwise they're shooting at you from the side when you're trying to exit the level. When I think about it, I think the next level might actually be the boss stage, basically. Alright, level 8. Yep, boss stage. Try to get all these clips, because this is good for my chain gun. There's gonna be a secret right here. But hey, 200 armor. I already have 200 armor. So what I want to do is use the rockets up here. Try to kill the enemies in the corner. And then use the rest of my rockets to take out these barons of hell. That's it. And we pretty much have full ammo already, so we're just gonna go ahead and exit. And in the PC version, you would die there. You'd go through the teleporter and pretty much just get mauled by hundreds of enemies, but they left that out of the console versions. So I think this hurts you. Yeah. You have to be careful with that. It's an upside down cross. So what I usually do is just run through it really fast. Got a few switches here. Red key, but what I like to do is go back. This is where we can finally get our plasma gun, which is an amazing weapon. Unfortunately, you don't get that much ammo for it throughout the rest of the game, but it's great to have it either way. But you have to be careful with this room. You can die pretty quickly here. And this is actually where we see our first Cacodemon in the game. You can get ganged up pretty quickly though in this area, so you have to be very, very careful. It's one of the trickier rooms, I think, in Doom. You know, for close quarters combat, you can get taken out very, very quickly. Once you have the plasma gun, though, rooms like that later in the game are definitely a little bit easier to deal with. I try not to use the plasma gun. I try to use it sparingly. I should switch back to the shotgun, because there's going to be the final room in this level I'm going to want to have the chain gun for. So I really don't want to waste those bullets right now. Basically, you have to deal with a Cacodemon right in your face. And the easiest way to deal with a Cacodemon that's right in your face is just bringing out your chain gun. Because the chain gun will stun him for the most part and make it very difficult for him to actually attack you. So this is what I'm talking about right here. There we go. See, as long as you're pummeling him with bullets, you pretty much stun him. Oops, didn't want to use that. And that's it, we're on level 10 now. Ah, so they bring back the first level music here, cool. In other versions of Doom, there's a much slower, eerie theme that they use on this level. So it's cool that they brought back the first level theme for this. I like that. And we're going to skip most of this area. I don't think anything here is really necessary to pick up. It's just kind of there for you to explore and have fun with. But to actually progress towards the end of the level, you have to go this way. In other versions of Doom, I think you could open up one of these corner walls here, but in this version, I guess not. So this is the exit area here. You need a red key, which we do not have yet. So we need to come back out and go down one of these other halls. Walking into this light right here opens up the, a hidden door over there. So we got some health, which is great. Got the blue keys. It's going to be a pinky demon down here. There's our red key. And actually, we can pretty much just exit, I think, with having that red key. So let's just do that. Yeah, on to level 11. Making some quick progress now. This is where ammo starts becoming a little more scarce. So you have to be a little bit careful about, you know, your aim, making sure your shots count. Of course, right as I'm saying that, I'm pretty much just like missing every shot I'm making. Now I did pick up the Berserk power-up. That's the sort of black health kit looking thing. It's basically like an adrenaline boost or something like that, and you can just... Your fist damage is increased like by tenfold. And so, one strategy is to just use your fists as much as you can, because it doesn't use any ammo and it does a ton of damage. So... And it's not letting me switch to my fists. That's funny. It's seriously not letting me switch to my fists. I can go to the chainsaw, but not my... Well, okay, never mind. I guess in this version of Doom, if you want to use your fists, you have to do it when you first pick up that power-up. Otherwise, if you change to a different weapon, you can't use your fists, apparently. That's interesting. When I did this game on stream last week, I got that power-up in that exact same room, and then just ran through that whole room with my fists. Like I was taking on the Cacodemons with just my fists. I could definitely use some more ammunition, that's for sure. But one thing I should probably be doing is... using the same concept as using my fists, I should really be taking advantage of this chainsaw. Like, when I've got enemies like the Pinky Demons, yeah, I should just be using my chainsaw. These guys, though, chainsaw, bad idea. You really don't want to be going up to those guys, you don't want to be going up to their faces. So I'm going to go see if I can get some other health packs. I'm pretty sure there's some out here. That's good enough. But any Pinky Demon I see, I should really be going and using my chainsaw. And then just switching back. Same thing goes for the Lost Souls, the floating skulls. The chainsaw works very well on those guys. And it works pretty well on the imps as well. So the imps actually take a moment or two to actually wind up for their fireball throwing. So you can actually, a lot of times, get to them with the chainsaw before they actually are able to attack you. See, just like that. And as you can see, this is a great way to conserve ammo. And what I'm going to do is take out this Cacodemon first. And then I'm going to come back here, there's a secret. In the PC version of Doom, I believe that's where a secret level is, but in the console versions, that is not the case. Alright, level 12. Yeah, this is the level I was talking about early on in the game, where if you die, there's a secret right in the beginning, right here. And you can get a shotgun with some shells, oh, and a box of bullets. So, And I can personally vouch it definitely is possible to beat this level starting with just your pistol. I actually think I had to do that on stream because I did die at this stage. I actually died at this first part where we're coming up to. But I shouldn't die right now because I'm definitely doing much better weapons-wise. Yeah. Actually, I think I died here the first time on streams because the game actually froze on me at the level before this, I think. No, it was at this level it froze at. And so later on, I went back to the game to finish the stream. Because when I stream live on Twitch, I have a tendency to bounce between games and not stick with the same game for too long. And so I skipped straight to this level. Interesting ceiling design there. It's like curved in a little bit. Interesting. But yeah, so I started back up on this level, which is why I had to do this level with starting with just the pistol. But no, it's definitely possible. In other versions of Doom, a ceiling drops here, and it can crush you, but in this version, it does not. I kind of like that they left out some of those hazard traps in this game. Because when you don't have save states or anything like that, it's pretty annoying to, say, get to the end of a level, get crushed, and then have to do it all over again. That's one of my problems with Doom 64, is that it was a brand new game, but they decided to throw all these types of traps into it, with some traps being as dumb as the floor falling below you at the exit switch, and you die. After you've already gone through the entire stage and everything, it's just not very fun design, in my opinion, when you don't have quick save or quick load or anything like that. So, I'm glad they took out a lot of that in this version of Doom and other home versions of Doom as well. Doom 64, I believe, was not made by id Software either, guys, so, you know, I think if id actually developed that game, they definitely would have known better. I believe Midway made that game, right? I think so. Clearly uses the Doom engine, which is awesome. It feels good, but they took a lot of liberties with that game, and I have very mixed feelings on it. I like this red room too. Gives a good contrast compared to the rest of, well, the game. There's lots of browns and stuff like that in this version of Doom, but I like the greens on this level as well. So this is a little more time consuming trying to kill the Baron of Hell with just your shotgun, but you know, as long as you can dodge left and right and have a long hallway to run down to stay away from him, it's a fine way to kill him. So this door is going to open up once we get this key. There we go. I'm trying to avoid using my plasma gun. I've got a lot of shells right now, so I might as well just use them. And there's going to be a secret here somewhere. Right here. Another plasma gun. Oh yeah, and this takes me... Okay. And this is funny right here. I actually saw this on my stream. You notice the Cacodemon is looking at me? Likewise with the Pinky behind him. They're actually facing the other way, technically. They're actually looking the other way, but because in 32X Doom, the enemies always face you, you don't see the backs of enemies. I guess for memory constraints, or performance reasons. Even though the Cacodemon is actually looking the other way, it shows him looking at me. Because I know in the PC version and in Jag Doom, they're looking the other way. Otherwise, they'd be attacking me. You know, enemies don't just stare at you in this game. Like, if they see you, they're coming after you. That's how the enemies work in Doom. So, but it's just a quirk of 32X Doom, and it's just kind of funny. Like, hello, Cacodemon. Is there another one? I heard him. Where is he? Oh, there he is. There they are. There's another one behind me. So, I want to say I don't even need to kill any of these enemies. I think I could just come here, flip the switch, and we're done. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. If you move quickly, you can actually just run right back up here. Running on, touching this door opens or raises this other platform here. Now you do have to be a little bit careful. If you fall here, you can't get back out, so you will die. That is one of those hazards that you can actually die in. So watch out for that. And that's it. So level 13. Getting close to the end, guys. This level does have some tricky parts. So you'll get to see how I deal with them. And I'll talk about that as I get to them. There's going to be another Baron of Hell. Actually, there's a few Barons of Hell on this level, specifically. But there is going to be one specific section where there's like a small hallway and a Baron of Hell coming right at you. There's also going to be a room full of Pinky Demons and maybe a couple of Cacodemons, and that can be a little tricky to deal with as well. These little side rooms are secrets, and they're good to get because they have boxes of shells in them. Alright, I think there's going to be a Cacodemon in here, so I'm going to use my plasma gun. Plasma gun's always good to take these guys out fast. Oh, looks like I got the Berserk again, but I can't switch back to my fists. I got it, picked it up, and switched to a different weapon immediately. So I don't like how you can't go back to your fists in this version, just on your own. It's weird. Like, I would like to actually use the Berserk power-up without... Well, I would like to just use the Berserk power-up whenever I wanted, not when the game told me I had to use it, or when I could use it. So basically what happens is, it switches to your fists when you pick up the Berserk power-up, but if you switch to something else, you can't switch back to your fists, which is weird. So this is where the Barons of Hell are going to be. Do I have any rockets? I have a few rockets. perfect place to use your chainsaw when you've got a whole room of pinky demons and a doorway just the size of you. You don't want to go in too far though, otherwise they will be able to actually attack you from the side. So that's something you have to worry about when you have a room full of enemies like this. Now in other versions of Doom, I'm pretty sure there's a secret or two in that room. In this version, I don't think it's there, so I'm not going to worry about it. And if we got a lot of hand-to-hand enemies, might as well just use the chainsaw. Try to save that ammo. Is that it? Really? What a pointless room. Did get a rocket though. Rockets are good. So I want to say this might be where the Baron of Hell is. I might actually be thinking about a different room. Should use my shells. I've got a ton of them, and there's a lot of ammo. Oh, it's this room. Okay. So what I should do is actually... Ooh, got plenty of rockets. Okay. Always try to kill these guys with rockets if you can. It's not very safe to use your rockets in any other situation, so... And I think I killed a couple of those enemies. You can hear them scream. Oh yeah, that was nice. Shoot a couple rockets at the doors, get a couple of them blown away. Alright, box of bullets. Let's go back, replenish our shells. Might as well. There we go. 100 shotgun shells. Now this is pretty much the exit up here. Oh, another box of shells. And yep. So we're on level 14. Okay, yeah, one more level after this, unless it gives us that secret level. But it might not, because I did not go to the bonus stage. So... Alright, so right here I could use the Berserk power-up if I wanted to. And again, if I want to use it, I have to just keep using it. So that's too risky. I'm going to just switch back to a weapon and go back and get some health. Oh, that's good enough. So in the PC version, there would be another set of goggles right here, but again, it's just something that's not really in this version. You notice this version doesn't ever get very dark either. It uses lighting very little in this game. There's just a select few areas that are actually dark in this game. So the need for goggles is pretty much, you know, the light goggles is non-existent compared to other versions of the game. This is a room where you want to be careful. Just peek your head in like I did, take out the 3 or 4 lost souls that are in there, and then once you pick up the yellow key, these 4 doors open. And as you saw, one of the enemies was a cacodemon. Cacodemons are fairly threatening in this version of Doom. They fire really quickly. I think they're actually a little more aggressive in this one than they are in other versions of Doom, even the PC Doom, which is kind of interesting. My cat wants some attention now. Although I'm not using the webcam today, I've got a little lazy with this Let's Play. I just wanted to hop on, do it, and hop off. So you guys might be able to hear the cat, but you won't be able to see her, unfortunately. I'm just gonna leave those guys in there. Who cares? Alright, level 15. This is technically the last stage, so let's see what happens after this. Okay, so it does scroll like in the PC version. That's pretty funny. Alright, there's our red key, which is needed to get to the exit. Well, we pretty much just skip half the level, I think. Yeah, there's actually more to this level. There's like invulnerability, a Baron of Hell, and we just skipped it. We just completely skipped. Okay, level 16. Oh, it's this level. Okay. This is the secret level in episode 2 of PC Doom. So I forgot it was this level. I remember the final stage being this level. This level's also in the Jaguar version of Doom. Yeah, so there's a total of 17 stages in this cartridge. And there's actually, if you're using a ROM, you can actually get the full set of Jaguar levels for 32X Doom, I believe. I believe somebody patched in the extra levels, and you can load it up on a flash card or play it in an emulator. So that's something I'd like to try eventually. Basically get all the Jaguar levels in 32X Doom. That would be pretty sweet. So that's really cool. It looks like you don't have to actually get the secret stage to get to the level 16, which is the true final stage of the game. And so that's really cool. And this is pretty much it. That's the end credits, guys. You don't get anything else for going through the game straight through. You just get that final stage. And it's going to basically end at a fake C:\DOS prompt. And that's pretty much it. So there you have it, guys. Doom for the Sega 32X. That was a no-death run of the game. Which is pretty easy to do, as you saw. You just have to play a little careful, know where everything is. And it definitely helped to skip some of the portions of certain levels just to make things go a little bit more smoothly and increase my chances for survival, basically. Oh, look at that. Okay. You have proven yourself the best of all. Right on. So, I don't know if that's an indication that I beat all the levels straight through, or if it's an indication that I didn't die. I'm not sure. But that's pretty cool. I didn't know that there was a message like that. Now that I think about it, I'm not sure if I've ever beaten 32X Doom without dying. I'm sure I have, actually. I mean, it's not that hard, and I've played this version a lot over the years. I've played most versions of Doom a lot over the years, so But yeah, 32X Doom, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this Let's Play. If you want to check out some other Let's Plays and you're new to my channel, feel free to subscribe. I'll have more Let's Plays coming up soon. And you can also check my prior playlists for existing Let's Plays, as well as long plays with post commentaries and casual Let's Plays where I play a game for 10 or 15 minutes and just sort of like do a mini review on it as I play it. But yeah, thanks again for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll catch you all soon. Take care.